again, Gwen Lawrence. I'm here with some great news for you today. We are going to do a short class that is completely nurturing. No strength involved, very calm. All I want you to do is go to your happy place and breathe deep. If you feel overwhelmed, anxious, stressed out, this is a great video to go to. Do it over and over again. Write down the poses and put them on your post-it near your desk to remind yourself that these are just take time out for you poses. First one we're going to do is a nice long child's pose. I'm going to get you in the pose and all we're going to do is breathe. I prefer knees are wide, big toes touch each other. As long as your knees are healthy, hips are going to go all the way back to the heels. If you're having problems with your knees, no big deal. Roll up some towels, put them behind your knee joint, and help ease some of that pain. We're going to extend out, trying to get your head connected to the ground. If not, lock or build up a nice scaffolding with some cushions or pillows. And we're going to have arms extended. So find a good distance between the hands in order to get relief. I just want you to sit quiet, breathe until I tell you to come out. So settle in. Pressing into your hands, slowly come on up into table pose, onto your hands and knees. So with me, we're going to do some cat-cows. So cat is going to be a very deep inhale, sucking in the belly button. Exhaling, arching the back, lifting the chin, and continue like that with your own breath. Two more. Okay, come back to neutral and let's bring it into downward facing dog. This is probably the most strength you're going to be using right now. Do the best that you can. So tuck the toes, lift the hips, start out with a bent knee. Inhale, lift those hips nice and high. Exhale, drape the upper body down, head down, and continue to breathe like this. Try and find stillness. Try not to wiggle around too much. going to come forward. You're going to bring the right leg forward into a pigeon pose. Right knee near your right wrist. Right foot wherever it needs to be according to your hip flexibility. Untuck the back toe. Start out with a few deep breaths, nice and tall. And let's just mention, if you have knee pain while you're here, you're going to sit on the right butt cheek. You're still going to square the chest forward though. Keep messing around until you can come out of that pain. We don't want any pain while we're holding this. If it's good, you want to stay up nice and tall. And then very methodically, very slowly bring it down. Maybe a little bit further. Maybe you have blocks, pillows, bolsters under your chest. Forearms, maybe an option. Wherever you end up, make sure your head is connected to something so you could fully release and relax the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. And the more that we relax that, especially the jaw and the neck, the deeper we can sink into those hips. So let's bring it down and be as still as you can. Super slow, start to make your way up. So don't be upset if it was a little bit difficult for you to hold. The hips are the storage depot for a lot of stress, anxiety, fear, trauma. So you could feel a lot going on in that hip. Just give it some time and breath, and you'll notice it'll let go one day. Tuck the back toe, lift the knee, and gently back into that downward facing dog. Not as long this time, just enough to feel like you're evening yourself out again, maybe wagging that tail a little bit. And let's bring the other leg through. Pigeon pose on the other side. Remember to make adjustments if you have knee difficulties, starting with a few breaths, very upright. Maybe walking it out. If this is where you think you're going to stay, try to get blocks or bolsters to support you. The forearms are where you're going to stay, same deal. Get something under your head and bring it down. Start to make your way up nice and slow. This time, we're not going to go into the downward dog. We're going to sit on the butt cheek, swing the legs around, lie down onto your backs, draw your knees into your chest. Just a couple of little circles, massaging out that low back and the hips, both directions. And last pose, we're going to come into happy baby pose, which is reaching down, grabbing the outer edge of your feet, and making the knees a 90-degree angle or as close to it as possible. Feet are square to an imaginary ceiling. Rolling your shoulders back. And just gently go left to right. Really feel that release and relaxation of the low back. The more you press the tailbone down, the better. And just stay here for a few deep breaths. If you can't reach the feet, doesn't matter. Just pull in at the knee joint and rock back and forth. And then slowly take the knees in. And this is a great time for you to come into a Shavasana, release and relax. I'll leave you here if you prefer, or bring it on out, take a couple deep breaths. All I could say is nice work. I know I feel a lot calmer, less stressed out, less anxiety, just teaching that to you. So I hope you really go to this one anytime you need it. It's not that long, so it's kind of easy to fit it into your day. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time.